Hi there. Welcome back to Excel Highway. Today, we're diving into the world of workplace efficiency with a solution that's going to make every manager's life easier. Automated staff scheduling with Google Sheets. Imagine a world where creating a weekly staff schedule is no longer a headache. With the power of Google Sheets and a little help from Google Apps Scripts, we've developed a system that streamlines the entire process. Today's video is sponsored by Connective. Let me walk you through how it works. First, employees submit their shift preferences and vacation requests through a Google form. They can submit up to 3 shifts per date. Select between morning, afternoon, or night. Have another shift. And they can even apply for any planned time off. So either selecting yes or no will impact the next step. If I click on yes, click on next, then I'll be asked to fill in my planned vacation, April through and for vacation. That's how I submit a request. Once the forms are submitted, Google Sheets takes over. The responses are gathered over here in a separate sheet, each line with all the answers. And there are 2 sheets that convert the information that's built this way, which is not very usable, into tables like so for vacations and for the employee requests in a way that we can use later for the scheduling process. These are all beckon sheets that work behind the scenes. The manager needs to update the employee database, write the name of the people and the email that they will use to access Google Forms. That's going to create the linkage between the responses here and the information over here. The area over here will randomly generate a list of names for the scheduling process. This is important because every time you will click on the scheduling process, the first name to be scheduled will be randomized and not always the same name based on whatever order you have. The shift sheet is where the manager will define how many employees are needed per day and per shift. As you can see, you can define the name of the shift, the position, and the shift points. This is very important. The shift points is how you define the, let's say, difficulty or the shift likeliness by the employees. As you can imagine, the night shift is less likable than the morning shift for most people, so it will receive 3 points versus 1 point for the morning. And the way this scheduling process is going to work is when balancing the shifts between the employees, the total points factors in. So you key in how many employees for each shift for each date. And here in cell D1 is where you can change the start date and all the other dates will match accordingly. So if I change this to, let's say, May, even though it's not a Monday, all the schedule will change and the dates over here will impact everything. So that's very important to use. You can see on the bottom you have a button called Build Shifts, and you have a message that says data exists in scheduling sheet, please proceed. And if you want to create a new schedule, you're going to get this message, dates do not exist in scheduling sheet, click on Build Sheets button. After you click on the Build Sheets button, what it will do, it will create this part, basically convert the shifts in a very user-friendly way where you only have to build it this way into a method which is better for a data building process. You have a date, shift, position, and the shift point, and you can see that it just breaks it down over here. In this column, column E, this is where the scheduling system works and schedules people. Today's video is sponsored by Connecteam. Connecteam is an app that simplifies all of your business operation management. It's a perfect solution to manage, train, and communicate with your non-desk employees. Connect Team is an app that you can use to manage your employees' shift and schedules. They have created an incredible option to automatically schedule employees to the shifts with the click of a button. Let me show you how it works. Hop onto your schedule over here, job scheduling, access schedule. Let's jump into next week's schedule. You can see I pre-built shift from my templates. And as you can see, I can just click on this button over here. And I have the auto assign shifts. There are a few options. You can decide what to take into account if you do not want shift qualification or employee unavailability to be taken into consideration. Just change them. And let's just click on auto assign shifts. Get this notifications. And after a few seconds, you should get this pop-up message. And you can see that all the shifts have been scheduled between the employees. Now you can still manually drag and change shifts around. Okay, yeah, doesn't change anything. You could also bring things back to the unassigned if you want and auto assign them again. Once you're ready, just click on publish and your team will see the schedule.
I wanted to show you how it looks like on the mobile view. When you access the app on the top right, you have the notifications, and you can see all the shifts that were auto-created by me 11 minutes ago. I can either accept or reject them, and I can also take a look at the job schedule. These are all shifts that were assigned to me automatically.
Connect Team offers a completely free unlimited plan with all of Connect Team's capabilities for free for businesses with up to 10 employees. If you have a team that is bigger than 10, Connect Team offers a 14-day free trial with no credit card needed. Use my affiliate link in the description. So the other fields here are helping with the scheduling process for each employee. It checks if it's a vacation day, and you can see that it has a number, which is the total points, which is how it's actually being processed time and time again. The sheet that you see here is after the scheduling process, okay? And I'll show you how it works in a second. Going to the simulation sheet, this is the most important sheet here. You're going to see two buttons here, build schedule and confirm schedule. The build schedule is the sheet that you press whenever you want to generate a schedule for this week. You can see that the week is similar to the one that we had in the shifts, and also the shifts are the same, and you just see the people that are listed in the schedule over here. This is the result. It's a very user-friendly way to look at it. On the bottom, you can see a summary for all the employees, how many morning, afternoon, and night shifts they are assigned, plus the total number of points, with a color scale just to show you that, hey, Sue has 11 points. Maybe you want to manually adjust something with Bill or with Bob, who have 4 points less than her. And you can see that she has 3 night shifts, whereas they have only 1. So maybe it would be a good idea to make some adjustments. But overall, you see that people have between 4 and 5 shifts, which is pretty balanced. If you want to make changes here, you can just go to the scheduling sheet and manually adjust the names. There's no formulas here. So if I, for example, want to make a change between Sue, let's see, over here in the highlight employee, this is where I can use this. And I select an employee, it's going to show me where that person is. So I can take, let's swap Sue's shift here with Bob. I see he's not working these 2 days. So I'm going to go to the last day and just shift between Sue and Bob. And she's now at 8 points, and Bob is now the leader with 10. So this is how you can play with it a little bit just to balance the schedule. And as I showed you, you can use this highlighting tool to just see the people where they are. And you can also see, I'll select Joe. You can also see if anybody's on vacation. It appears over here. So it doesn't matter how many people are in this in the combination of shift and date, they will all appear here. Same for vacation. If you're not satisfied with scheduling, if you want to go again, or just if you want to see how it works, let me just go and click on the button and you'll see how it happens. I'm going to click and you will see that shifts are going to start to be populated. Vacation will begin and the shift starts to, oh, I've got to go over here and delete that because I manually entered that. Sorry about that. Back to the simulation. You see that names are starting to get filled in based on the order, starting from night, which is the heaviest or the most points, to the morning, which is the lowest points. And you can see as the names are being populated, this table is being adjusted as well. Everything here is automatic. You don't have to do anything. It takes about a minute to complete a weekly cycle for this. Depends how many employees you have. And you can also see it over here in the scheduling sheet. All the magic that's happening is basically here. Everything's working behind the scenes. So eventually, the schedule will be completed. And then you have an option again to either manually adjust this, or assuming that it's okay, you can just click on the confirm schedule. The confirm schedule, what it will do, it will copy this area, columns A through E, which is the schedule, over here to the schedule database. As you can see, there are a few runs over here. And this would be the schedule that you could share with the rest of your team. And if you go to the sheet called schedule, you can see a 2-week rolling schedule. All right, that's from the schedule database. So if you change the date, let's say keep it as today, you also see in purple the today, but you can see a rolling schedule for the next 2 weeks of whatever you defined. Plus, again, you can highlight a certain person if you want to see how their shifts are scheduled. And you have the same summary page for the people over here with a number of points that you can also balance if you want over here. Now, the last thing that this system has is the ability to show this file or this result to your employees. You don't want the employees accessing this file because they can make a mess. So you can have another file which is just showing the schedule with importing the data from the schedule manager. So this is something that anyone could access, and it's also protected. You see this icon, so people that are not the file manager owner will not be able to make changes. The only thing that is possible is to change the highlighting. So somebody could go in, I'm Bob, I change my name, and I can see very quickly my shifts, and of course everybody can do it on the same time, so that's also a bit confusing, but even without highlighting you can all see where you are and you can see overall your position. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more productivity tips and tricks. Until next time, happy scheduling. If okay, if this is interesting to you, please leave a comment and reach out to me, and you can have access to this. And no, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you found value in this and you could see what can be done with some Google Sheets, app scripts, and some Google Forms, building a really cool system for your schedule. If you want to have access to this, please leave a comment and let's sync and see what can be done. All right. Have a good day. See you next time.